guys, Alex.courson here, and we are honored to have a guest on the YouTube channel. It's not often that I get to share the spotlight, which is kind of nice because it takes this pressure off of me completely. I wanted to go ahead and introduce you all to Mark Shehan. As you can see in the back of his bookcase, it looks like he is the genius of the month, but he actually is. So he is a serial entrepreneur. He has owned a very successful MSP. He also is the head consultant for Robin Robbins over at the Technology Marketing Toolkit. So I thought I would invite Mark over here to give you guys a little bit of growth hacking. So Mark, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Awesome. So I'm just going to let you get right into it. Tell these MSPs who just kind of want to MSP better, I already told them why you're important, but let them hear a little bit about your story, and then we'll kind of go into it from there.
Sure. Thanks. I used to, when I first came over to the States, I had my MSP business. I started that from scratch, obviously, and built it up. I joined Technology Marketing Toolkit as a client way back in 2007-ish. And then a few years later, I actually became a Producers Club member, and I've been mentoring and coaching for them. I sold my MSP company and started my software development company. That's about three and a half years old now. We're 28 employees and growing, doing a lot of great stuff out there for a number of great companies. And so I sort of do about an hour a day on that. I built that up so it pretty much runs itself. And as you said, I'm the head client coach for Technology Marketing Toolkit. I head up the Rapid Implementation Workshop and the Accelerators Club program. So currently at the moment, I'm coaching with my team of coaches and the team back in Technology Marketing Toolkit. We've got 350 Accelerators members and growing at the moment. So a lot of MSPs, a lot of successful MSPs that we're helping, especially through this crisis. So
yeah, and I'm actually going to see you at the, well, I was going to see you at the in-person event in a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yes.
And now it's turning completely virtual. So explain to them what the event is and what it has changed and morphed into, and then we'll kind of get into some tips and tricks for the MSPs out there. Because I think you guys can still actually get tickets if you want to attend.
Yes.
So I definitely wanted to mention that. And just in case you have not done it already, hit the little smashing of the like and the subscribe and a little bell so that every time I have awesome guests on, you all know and are notified so that we can keep building this tribe up a little bit, because it is definitely all organic. We are not putting any advertising dollars to this at all. We're just trying to make you guys as successful as possible. Okay, soapbox over, going to the the event.
Yes, so the bootcamp's an annual event for members and non-members. So we have it every year around about this April time. This year we were going to have 1,250 companies or 1,250 people turn up for the in-person, and some of our members live stream back to the office. And of course, vendors such as yourself and the rest of the Kaseya group. We were all coming in person, as you said, next week for a 3-day event. It is a huge event, very popular, great. We have a final with our members. We have a competition for our Producers Club members. So every year, 5 of them are chosen as finalists who have done really great over the past year, and they enter their numbers, and then the audience votes, and the winner gets a car. And this year, it's going to be a $150,000 Aston Martin. They had a choice of a few cars, but they all decided that the Aston Martin was the one that they all wanted to go for and win. So that car is going to be in the studio when we do the virtual one. It was going to be at the event, and some lucky MSP is going to drive away with that $150,000 Aston Martin. So
that is amazing. I want an Aston
yeah.
Martin.
So they did some good numbers to be able to win that car, trust me.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we've decided that this year we're going virtual, fully virtual, and that's not like a couple of Zoom webinars or GoToWebinars or WebEx. We've invested heavily in some virtual software. It is a virtual event. So all the vendors are going to be there. You're all going to have your own virtual booths. It's actually going to be a lot better in a lot of cases for talking to the vendors, because there's more opportunities to speak to them and watch some recordings and just have some one-on-one talks with vendors. As you know, at a normal event, there's 2 or 3, 5, 10 people around the table, and you're trying to have a little private one-on-one conversation. Well, with this software, you'll be able to have that one-on-one with yourself and other vendors. So we've got this going. We've moved it to April the 28th to May the 1st, and it's fully virtual. And we have 2 options for people now. You can buy a company-wide pass. So one registration, one purchase will let everybody in their company watch the virtual, watch all the main acts. So we have Jocko Wilnick, who's an ex-Navy SEAL. The date is pushed out, gives us more time to get things ready.
Good, because I totally owe you guys stuff for our virtual.
Yes. So you're okay there. So Holly and those will not be breathing down in your neck for some materials just yet.
Oh my God.
But yeah, because we changed the date, George Foreman can't make this date. However, he's coming to our Producers Club event later in the year. I believe it's our October one. And so what we're going to do, everybody who's on this the virtual boot camp will get the live stream of that one. But even better, instead of George Foreman, I mean, if I could say even better, we now have, and it was confirmed earlier this week, Marcus Lemonis from The Profit, CEO of Camping World. He's going to be there, and he's going to be doing a session, and he's going to be doing some Q&A and how to get through this current crisis and manage your business through that. So we do have the company-wide pass, and I can tell you that is $16.97 single payment, or 4 payments of $424.25. So you can split it over 4 payments as well. But we also have, because we're trying to give back to the community, and of course not everybody can manage the whole event, so the exhibition hall and the vendor breakout sessions we have for free. Okay, so if you don't want to have the company-wide pass to all the main sessions, you can still come to the vendor hall. You can still meet all the vendors. You can still go to all the vendor breakout sessions, although some of them are in parallel. They are all being recorded, so you'll be able to go back and stream those, and those are free. Okay, so anybody can have those. We have at the moment over 50 breakout sessions by all the different vendors, including yourself. And a number of the others from the Kaseya group are also doing their breakout sessions, but we have over 50 sessions, 50 breakout sessions, and plus we have all the vendors and their booths where everybody will be able to talk to them. So that's free. To get either of those, whether you want the free one or the company-wide pass, if you just go to www.robinsbigseminar.com/register, and you'll be given the 2 options there. And by all means, sign up for the free one. It's gonna be live stream. Like I said, it's not a webinar, a Zoom webinar or a GoToWebinar. It's extremely expensive software, I've been told, but it does a virtual event. It's going to be a huge event. As I said, we were going to have 1,250 people in attendance. We've now got well over 2,000 registered for the virtual event. And so we are estimating that we will have about 3,000 people registered for this. It's going to be the largest and probably the only IT event for the foreseeable future. You know, a lot of other people are having to cancel their event. We've just moved ours virtually. And again, we've got a studio down in Nashville. We're going in. We're going to have the car in the studio. So if you just want to see an Aston Martin, you can can register and log in for that. But we're going to bring the guests in. Some of the guests are still flying in. We're working on the logistics of not having more than 10 people in any one area at a time. That's the big thing at the moment.
That's the challenge.
Yes,
well, we'll go ahead and we'll also link down at the bottom. And guys, there's nothing There's no affiliate link. There's no anything. Like, I'm not getting anything for this. I just think that you guys can benefit from it by attending. So we're going to go ahead and link that to you as well. But I want to get into the nitty gritty of how you built up your MSP business, and then, you know, a little bit beyond. I know we don't have time, but I know that especially because everybody's working from home right now, everybody's virtual, there's a lot of MSPs that are trying to figure out, what do they put in their specs? How do they communicate with their audience, what they're supposed to do? And you've kind of cracked the code, because you've seen, you know, you've seen downturns, you've seen upturns, you've still been very successful. And granted, this isn't something we've ever seen from a catastrophic perspective, but you've had to negotiate and maneuver through various times that have been a little bit, you know, hectic.
Yeah, so there's a number of things that you can do. First of all, you always be marketing. Never stop marketing. That's the biggest downfall for a lot of people. They even when they, so most of us were techs. We all started as techs, and then we decided we'd have this business, and then somebody made us turn into a CEO and a business owner, an entrepreneur. And we don't like it. We like doing the tech stuff, and we really don't like doing the rest. But after a while, you get that mindset change. So I see a number of people that start marketing, get success, and then they stop. And of course, there's a lead time. So again, it goes quieter and it gets harder. It's like if you go to the gym, you know, a few times a week, and then you don't go for a week and a half, it takes you 3-4 weeks to get back to where you were. It's the same with marketing. So always be marketing. There is always opportunities out there. We had one of our client coaches, one of our Producers Club members and a finalist in this, not last Friday, but the Friday before. So during the midst of all this coronavirus, he closed a $5 million deal. Now, he'd been working on it for a couple of weeks, but they were still, you know, everything had shut down. Everyone was stay at home, and he still closed a $5 million deal. Sorry.
Nice.
I had other people today, not today, yesterday. They've closed deals. One guy closed a $3,500 deal that he only got contacted last Wednesday during the midst of all this stay at home. He got contacted by a prospect. They needed some help urgently, and you know, he closed a $3,500 MRR deal on that.
And that's something that's so important that I really want these guys to be understanding. When you all are watching these videos and getting something out of this, I know some of you are feeling skeezy about, you know, going out and marketing and pushing your services, especially during this time. But I think it's really important to make sure that everybody's aware that we are all in this together. And what you do is still something so valuable. And it's something that people running businesses don't do. So it's so important now versus, you know, even 3 weeks ago, because their companies are going completely virtual and they were not expecting it, nor were they equipped to handle it. So to Mark, exactly right. Just keep marketing, change the message, you know, don't be opportunistic about it, but keep marketing your services and let them know that you're there, right?
Yes, as a friend of mine said to me the other day, he said, I don't want to be the guy that's selling generators during a hurricane.
Right.
We don't want to be that. What we want to do, so there's a couple of things that we've been advising our members. So first of all, above everything else, let your employees know that everything's okay, that you've got a plan, that you're calm, that you've got focus, and it's going to be business as normal. In fact, it's going to increase because we've got to help everybody out. So first step is keep your employees updated and make sure that you're being the leader with those guys, because they've got families. They don't know what's going on. So you've got to reassure those people. After that, you've really got to reach out to your clients and do the same thing. You've got to reassure them. You've got to tell them that you're here to support them and help them, and that you'll be doing everything that you can to keep them going, get them set up with the remote access. After that, then it's really taking care of the community. And so again, if you've just helped your client go 100% remote and they weren't before, ask them, hey, is there anybody else in the community you can think of that I can help? Okay, so you
Yeah.
can get some referrals that way, and then you can start reaching out to people and just help offer your services. You know, there's a number of the vendors out there that are offering deferred payments or giving free tools away. Even if it's something basic, let me just get you up and running on you know, getting you working remotely or whatever. So there's a lot of those things that you can do where you're just helping the community. It will pay back later on. You don't necessarily need to get paid today. Now, don't do it for free, obviously, or too much, but you can certainly help the community. There's a lot of things you can do. See, we all know tech stuff inside out. We can do Zoom meetings, we can use Slack, we can use Teams. Now, you probably like me, and you've seen a whole load of scary things on Facebook of Zoom meetings, etc. So do webinars with your customers, do webinars to teach them how to use Slack, how to use Teams, how to use Zoom, go to webinar, whatever it is. And then you can reach out to the greater community and do the same thing. So it's a soft form of marketing. You're building credibility, you're keeping the community going. You know, I keep telling people that they don't realize how important that the IT people are at the moment during this crisis. You are so responsible, and so much is sort of on your shoulders, because we're keeping these companies going and keeping their revenues going. They're able to pay their employees, who are then able to go to the stores, etc., order online, and keep other people in employment. So you're at the top of this chain, keeping the world turning at the moment, because everybody is working 100% remote, and they need the techs and they need the help to get set up.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I like your point of, you know, not selling generators during the hurricane, but still being there, because I think it's something that we take for granted what we know. So we think it's common sense, right? Like we just are like, oh, this is just, you know, they know to do this. But a lot of your clients have no idea how to use a Zoom, or how to even go into Facebook Marketplace and list everything out, or I don't know, even connect to their, you know, their local network at their house. And they also don't know their security settings, and they're getting, and my joke is not really that much of a joke, because it totally happened to me. I have a 9-year-old daughter at the house who's trying to get onto her iReady and ABC Mouse, and she's like, "Can I use your computer?" And I'm like, no. but it's like the new normal where everybody's working together and we're all right here. So Mark, what's the one thing that you can leave people with? Obviously, you know, we know about the boot camp that's coming up, that's changing the date. Yay. So
Yes.
we'll link to that. You are, you know, you're giving them these hacks for how to stay in business, but what's like maybe 2 or 3 growth hacks that, you know, looking forward, not worrying about, you know, keeping the line, but actually exceeding it and growing? Because you've been there. So I just think that I would hate to let you leave without at least like picking your brain and having them, you know,
Sure.
understand where that growth comes from.
So there's a couple of things. First of all, one of your main focuses is keeping your clients' revenue going for now. Don't worry so much your revenue, keep your clients' revenue up. If you can keep their revenue going by giving them the tools and training and everything else that they need to keep there, then they aren't going to cut back with you. Okay, so that's the first thing. You keep their revenue up, your revenue will stay up by default. If you are needing to discount, or if a client needs to cut back on their rates, I would not give them a discount. I would actually defer some of the payment. So if you're paying me $1,000 a month at the moment, and they come to me and say, hey, I can only do 500, and I'm okay with taking the 500 for now, I would say, okay, we can defer the other 500 a month. When we come out of this, we'll total it out and we'll come up with a payment plan for that. So you're not actually losing money, you're just pushing that further on, that profit
really
maybe
smart.
down the line. Yeah, so I don't necessarily want to give a discount. I'll just defer it and give you a payment plan at the end of it, when we come out of it. The other thing is, reach out. There are a lot of MSPs and computer guys closing their doors. Okay, there's a lot of break fix guys that, you know, just can't do. I've had a number of people got new clients because You know, their old computer guy, whether he was break fix, said remote access is impossible. Yeah, because he doesn't know how to do it. So it's impossible as far as he's concerned, but these people need remote access. You know, security is another thing. So, you know, one of your sister companies, ID Agent, there's a whole load of scams going out there at the moment. You know, get your $1,200 tax rebate, click here, just put your bank account number and your social in here, and we'll get it sent to you. And now you've got all the PPP loans and the disaster recovery. There are going to be so many phishing emails out there. So you have to protect your clients. So again, there's a whole load you can go to, you know, ID Agent with the bullfish and everything else, and get your current clients, and then other people, just sell them on those products and make sure you're keeping them going remote access. That way they are not going to get ransomware or phishing emails and click on those things, and they aren't going to go out of business. So the growth hack at the moment is keep everybody of your clients going, and then just sell and protect everybody out there, and just help the community with what they need.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love what you just said about knowing friends and other MSPs and break fixes that either are going out of business, having struggles, challenges. I'm actually doing a training next week specifically to that, and how to ask for those referrals. And if you do have somebody that's going out of business, you know, how in a non-sleazy way to say, hey, you can't handle this, let me take it on. I'll represent you as best as possible, and I'll represent you the way you would want to be represented, and still give that person a commission, which is then, you know, it's creating revenue for you. It's keeping your friend with some cash flow coming in, and it's helping people that need help. So there's, that's an awesome segue, and it happens to be my training next week. So thank you.
There you go. I knew
there
that.
We go. And then also just to thank you for being here, and just a huge shout out, and also me just calling out the fact that I'm a huge nerd. If you all notice the poster that is right behind Mark, don't say what it is, because I know what it is and you know what it is. But I just ordered these really cool Unitrends beanies. So if you guys want a chance for a Unitrends beanie, comment below and tell me what that is. The first 5 people that actually comment and get it right for what that is. Yes, that one right there. I will go ahead.
That one,
not that one. We know what that one is. But yes, the thing with the, yes, pop art. So if you guys can identify what that is behind Mark's head, I will go ahead and ship out one of these to you. I will direct message you and get your address so I can send you a care package. Mark, thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure as always. And I will see you in
welcome.
2 weeks.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.